guys, what's up? This is Priyanka, and welcome back to another episode of the Fanspire. We heard from our fans that, guys, you're not just covering the Premier League. What about us? What about the other European leagues? And so today we have five very special panelists, and we are going to be discussing the top European leagues and how it's been for them so far. We have a Real Madrid fan, a Man United fan. We also have a PSG fan, a Bayern fan, and we and also an Inter fan, of course. So we are so excited to go ahead with this. But before we get on our panelists, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content. And yes, if you are a sports fan, you'd love to talk about your favorite sports team, do give us a DM, do drop us a DM, and we'll reach out to you. And you can be here giving your views, your opinions on your favorite players and your favorite teams. Now, without any further ado, let's get right into it and welcome our fans onto the show. Hey guys, welcome. Hi Adrij, hi Chinmay, hi Fateh, hi Naman, and hello Harsh. So, quick introduction. Naman is a Bayern Munich fan. He's been on our show before. Aldrich, PSG fan. He too has been here before. And we'd love to welcome Harsh to the show. He's from Bombay, Penya. Welcome, Harsh.
Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you so much for inviting me over.
Great, awesome to have you here. And of course, the Italy versus England duo, Inter versus Man United duo, Fateh and Chinmay. They've been on our show. They've been huge people here. So thanks again for coming on. And let's get started with it. Perfect. So, quickly, let's start off with Naman. Okay. You all have had quite the start to the season, let's say. So, how has it been for you all so far leading up to international break?
Personally, to me, like the preseason was, not that great. All we did was loss and, was draw. But since the Bundesliga started, it felt really great. We obviously have Lewandowski in shape. Gnabry is on fire again. Sane needs a little more play time on the pitch. Musiala is doing really great, amazing. The new signings, Upamecano is doing great so far. Lucas Hernandez is going to be back soon from the injury. So pretty much good. It's pretty much good. They are keeping up now.
Okay, perfect. And now coming to you, Aldrich. I mean, what a crazy transfer window for you all, and what a crazy start to the season as well. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Like the start of the season was good, not great, because defensively we were weak. Our players are still not back till now. Like the South American gang, they got a 1 month holiday after Copa America, and Neymar had his last match before this, and he was not fit. He was tired. So then Messi had his debut last game. Then Paredes came. I think he came after halftime. So the team's still not back. So Pochettino still has to integrate things into the team. And defensively, we have been weak. Without Marquinhos, we have been weak. With Kimpembe as captain, still we have been weak. But now I think, and now after the international break, also so many of them got injured. Like Verratti is injured, Kimpembe is injured, Mbappe is injured. Yeah, so that's the only issue.
Yeah, and you mentioned Messi had his debut. How surreal is it to just have Messi at your club?
It was very different seeing him in another jersey, but it was great for us. But knowing how Liga is, a rough league, rough in the part of injury part. So everyone started fouling him as soon as he came on. Everyone keeps talking about Neymar. He keeps diving. He keeps diving. Now people will come to know like how the players in Liga play. Rowdy. That's the perfect word to use it.
I thought you would say Farmers League, but okay.
Yeah.
All right. So talking about Messi, when he was at Barcelona, his arch rivals were Real Madrid. So coming to you, Harsh, how has it been for you since up till international break?
And not gonna lie, it has been a very fresh start to the season for every Madrista that has been following our team for the last at least 3 to 4 years. This has been, like I said, a fresh breath of air from Ancelotti, switching up the tactics in a completely different way. We have You started scoring a lot of goals, which was not the case for the last 2, 3 seasons.
Okay, and again, quickly about your transfer window, you did have a player, a very important player, go to Aldrich's team. How are you feeling about that?
Not just one. I'd say two of them actually. Okay, not too sad about Sergio Ramos leaving. It was bound to happen someday. May, this was probably the right time for him to leave. I would have preferred if he had stayed for the season or so, but things didn't work out, whatever the reason was. And secondly, again, a failed transfer, a failed chance of signing Mbappe. But hopefully, we get him sooner or later, probably in the next transfer window.
Being hopeful there. And yes, coming to you, Fateh, how's Inter been doing?
Look, I left you guys after it came to Rome. I was basking in the glory of the Italian national team. It didn't come home. I was so happy. And then suddenly coming back to club football, we heard this news that Lukaku is off. Initially, the money was not good. After that, we were all divided in our opinion. I mean, for me, the money was so good. I totally wanted to do that deal. And in a way, I'm glad that Lukaku's gone because we've been able to bring a few new players in. But Inter Milan has massive financial problems, so we haven't spent a lot of that money. I mean, Hakimi went to Aldrich's PSG, Lukaku's gone to Chelsea. So, and we've been very clever in the market. I think the way we've replaced the players and also the coach. But so far, I mean, I think it's too early to say how it's going to be. But so far, I can't really complain too much because we've got a great player in Korea. I think Europe is now going to take notice of him, and no complaints as of now.
All right. And fine. So a little bit of backstory about what Fateh and Chinmay will be talking about. So Fateh is an Italian fan. Chinmay is a England fan. And during the Euros, these two were just heads up against each other. So coming to you now, Chinmay. I don't think I should be asking you this. You've just like told us so much. Your name says CR7 is home.
I'm happy. Listen. I can't not be happy with the transfer window we've had because we got. I would say Varane is at a very good stage of his career. I think maybe Hirsch might be able to help me out there. But Varane, the Varane signing is a very good one. We got Sancho too. They were asking for 120 million. We somehow got it down to I think 75, 80 in that region. And to get CR7 back home, beautiful. I just can't stop talking about it. I can't
I'm
stop.
tired hearing about it.
Yeah, I can't
Which
stop irritating people about it. And people, listen, it's not just me. Everybody around the world is, amazed with the fact. Everybody used to say Ronaldo was a beast at Man United. Nobody actually expected him to go back, and well, he is back, and I think very fitting because it's the same window when Messi went to PSG. So quite fitting for both PSG and United to go and get their own goats on board.
Chinmay, can you just stop talking about Sancho as well? Like, I think I've heard this like for the 10th time on the show. Like, Sancho has been signed, Varane has been signed. We are going to.
No,
Thank
I
God he
think
didn't say we're
listen.
going to win the league.
No, listen. Naman, Aldridge, Fateh, Harsh, everybody will be able to bear with me because their clubs have made signings. When you support Liverpool, of course you will be irritated because your club doesn't make any signings. So, I'll just give it to you. It's not my fault your club isn't taking any action. I think we all have a right to be happy with. Look, Sancho's world class talent, right? You agree with me? He is. Varane is good. Ronaldo, I don't even need to describe Ronaldo to stop, interfering in United matters. Start supporting the Premier League agenda.
Okay,
And
we shall not mention. Okay, yeah,
and Priyanka,
continue.
when we lost Lukaku, we thought we've lost like the heart of the team or something like that. And then right at the end of the market, our rivals lost Cristiano Ronaldo, who's gone home to Sporting Lisbon, where it. Oh, I'm sorry. He's gone home to Manchester United. But how is that his home? Isn't his home supposed to be Sporting? Chinmay.
He was made in Sporting. I will agree. He was developed at Sporting, but I think Fateh, you have got to agree. Whatever Ronaldo has achieved, in football is,
Yeah.
and I don't want to say anything wrong, but it is down to the influence of Sir Alex Ferguson and Man
Alex
United.
Ferguson. Yeah.
So I think I would, and if the man himself is saying that I'm coming home, Sir Alex, this is for you. I don't think we're anyone to step in between and say this is not his home, because it is his home. All United fans have been crying over. There are so many fans who know Messi might be better, but they keep on saying Ronaldo is their goat because he played for Man United, and now they get 2 or 3 more years of agenda to keep on doing that. Kudos to those fans too.
Chinmay, are you one of those fans?
No, listen, for me, I think Messi is genuinely the most talented footballer in the world. He's out of this world, and there is no doubts about it. But on a personal note, because I support United, and I'm being truthful here, because I support United, because I've seen Ronaldo and play for my club, and because of just his work ethic, I would say Ronaldo's my favorite player at least. I'd probably say Ronaldo is the best player in the world because Messi is out of the world. Kind of a quote, but I would probably go with that.
Okay, and we have a question also, if you can just quickly answer, Arya.
I listen. I think James was not going to work out in these 1 or 2 years because he was not going to get time. Amad Diallo's developing. Greenwood is gone, beast mode. Or Sancho's just signed. Ronaldo's there. I don't think James was going to work out. He had a good 2 years stay with us. I'm very happy. No United fan hates James. We're really happy with whatever happened with him. We're happy for the memories he gave us. And just I know you normally don't see a player going to Leeds from Man United, but all we can do is best of luck, Dan James.
All right. Okay, so moving on, let's move from the Premier League to the La Liga. So, Harsh, Barcelona has lost Messi, and there have been quite a few upsets in the league, like in the teams of the league. So, how do you see
Yeah.
the league progressing from here? Because there's a lot of things that are going to change.
Yeah, so I feel, I mean, at this point, considering that massive deadline day transfer for Atletico, Griezmann going back home and joining our title rivals, I feel Atletico are in a very good spot right now. Even I'd go so far as to say they're in a better spot than us right now to go and win the title. If I have to put it right now, it is their title to lose because we are simply chasing it right now, given the quality of squad they have and we have.
All right. So, you do admit that they have a better team and they will be like title challengers for y'all. Okay, that's
Definitely, I
interesting.
mean, much better than, yeah,
Much better than Barcelona, yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
I think Fatih was talking about lack of funds a little earlier. Can we like, but if we had a Barcelona fan, we could have asked them about it. But yeah, talking about funds, I don't think PSG has any problem with the funding. And we have a question for our PSG fan. PSG is going to streamroll through the domestic league, but what about Europe? Will they go all the way?
See, now we got a good team, like a very good team. Our fullbacks are set like for 4 5 years. We got a young goalkeeper. We got Donnarumma, like set for 4 5 years. So everyone is expecting us to win it this year means this year. So it will. I want them to win this year. I think they can win this year. Pochettino did it with an, an average PSG team last season with so many injuries. We had the worst. I'm telling you, we had the worst fullbacks. We had Kurzawa and Munier since 4 5 seasons, and Kurzawa is not even a league level player. He's very bad, and we had Munier, bad, and now we have got Hakimi. Hakimi has been our best signing till now. Hakimi's been our best signing till now. And now we got Nuno Mendes on the last day, and that was a good deal. Loan with option to buy, no obligation. We got a so we can try him this season. If it doesn't work out, we'll go for Theo Hernandez, who I genuinely want. But Nuno Mendes is really good. So our fullbacks have been set. Now the thing, it's all up to Pochettino how he sets up the squad. For Liga, I think we'll be set. We'll be set. The teams haven't been good like other teams. Like Lille lost their manager, they lost their main goalkeeper. Now it's all up to Pochettino how he works it out in Champions League. Now we got the Man City, we got Leipzig, we got Club Brugge. About Leipzig, ooh, someone is saying Munier bad. Come on, Yeah, he's bad. Ask any Dortmund fans. Like he gets injured quite often, and he's bad. He's like a snake in the grass. Yeah.
Okay. That's harsh, and I don't think Siboni agrees with you. But yeah, coming to you, Fateh. So, as you said, Juventus have lost their biggest player. So now, what happens to the league? I think it did get a lot of attention and viewership with Ronaldo coming into it. But now, how does that all change for your league in general?
So the league has really lost a lot of the stars. I mean, Lukaku was the MVP. He was voted the MVP. The best midfielder, Rodrigo De Paul, has gone to Harsh's arch nemesis, Atletico Madrid. The best striker of the league, Cristiano Ronaldo, has gone to Manchester United. The best defender, I think, has gone to Spurs, and the best goalkeeper of the league has gone to Aldrich's PSG. So we've lost the very best players from last season. However, what the league has gained is some fantastic coaches. I mean, Jose Mourinho's at Roma. He seems raring to go. Allegri is back at Juventus. He's a fantastic tactician. Mauricio Sarri is at Lazio. Spalletti is back at Napoli. And, even Simone Inzaghi, who we've gotten from Lazio. These are fantastic names. And if you look at the Euros, where it came to Rome, good coaching, experienced coaching like Roberto Mancini, that can make a difference. So even though the league has lost its star players, we've gained in the kind of coaches that have come back. So I'm excited. I think there's a lot of healthy competition this time. I don't think there's a clear favorite. So it's going to be a good league. And even though we've lost the attention because of Cristiano Ronaldo, we've gained the attention because Italy did win the Euros.
That sounds good. Also, a quick, little bit of information to give people who are viewing. How do you, watch the games and things? Because it's not on the mainstream media that
Yeah.
we interact with.
So I've cut off my cable TV because I am all on Voot app. So the app is only for I think 2.99. They show the Liga, they show the La Liga, and they show the Serie A. So even though music television only MTV only shows La Liga, but the Voot app shows all these matches live on HD. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's a crucial bit of information, because uh, we have these leagues still going on. People are not aware of how to access it because it's not, it's just the Premier League being put on our TV screens. All right, and coming to you, Naman, we were just discussing on how we look at the leagues progressing because there have been so many changes. Now, in terms of a lot of the Bundesliga teams as well, we've seen players go to other clubs, come to the Premier League, go to various clubs. How is that looking in terms for you and for the league in general?
Um, See, this time the start wasn't that good for us, so that's why we are on number three. Otherwise, it's every time Bayern is on number one and all. This time Wolfsburg is playing very good. Maximilian Arnold is, he's doing great. As for Dortmund, they sell out that Jadon Sancho, yeah, to United, and also they just have Royce back from injury, and Haaland who's carrying them all over again, and some fresh talents as well like Rena and Jude Bellingham. So I think most of the competition is bought by us, like Marcel Sabitzer and Julian Nagelsmann and Theo Upamecano from RB Leipzig. So it's like Bayern is like they just buy from everyone and they keep dominating the league. So I'd see it this way. So it's the same old story for us. So I guess we'll win the Bundesliga again for the 10th time in a row. So I'm pretty confident about it. Yeah.
Okay, good. And as you said, I think Dortmund would be like competition for all this season. Okay, and we also just as we were talking about, various platforms to watch the matches. We have Nishant says who you can watch it on Geo TV as well. So thanks for letting us know. This is really good to know. And someone also said sorry, but sad to see. To show it. Sorry, but hard to take a PSG fan seriously. Okay. Alice, do you have anything to say to them?
Once we win the Champions League, I don't think so. Now we have got Messi, we have got Ramos. The thing about Ramos is that he's not played one game till now. He's been injured since he's come. He's still not fit. He came to training, he got injured again. Now they are saying that he'll make his debut this month. I don't know. So about Ramos, I can't say. It brought in a lot of fans, but
And Sauradeep has a question. Has Bayern shifted their academy from BBB to Leipzig?
It's a new team every season, I'd say. First Dortmund, they bought Götze, Lewandowski both together, and then now Leipzig. Yeah, it can be anyone else in the next coming years. Could be Bayer Leverkusen, could be Wolfsburg, could be anyone. So nothing sure as of now.
Okay, great. So, we've got your perspective on the leagues. Of course, I know all of you all would love to talk about Champions League, but we would definitely do another show, and you all can go head to head because some teams are actually facing each other here. So we'll keep that for another day. But let's quickly talk about some of the teams you all are going to face in your respective leagues right now. So, let's kick off with you, Chinmay. You're going to be playing Newcastle. I'm not asking you about the Premier League because we've discussed that in depth for like three consecutive lives. So, yeah, quickly. I don't think it's going to be a big task for you to play Newcastle, right?
No, it is because I think it will be because everybody, and when I say everybody, I mean everybody. They're all looking for Cristiano Ronaldo. Everybody is looking out. Fans who don't even support United, people, pundits who don't even support United, who don't have any connection with United are looking at Cristiano Ronaldo coming back to Old Trafford. It's going to be a very very big scene. Um, the only thing is, will he start or will he not? I think he will because he is training. He has been training since yesterday, so he might just get the nod. Um, I hope we win. I just hope we win. And fun fact: Ronaldo scored his first United hat trick against Newcastle. So quite a lot of historical significance there. If he does come on, if he does start, if he does score, I think the biggest CU, the celebration Ronaldo goes on with, it's going to be quite big at Old Trafford with in front of all the fans back. So I just hope we can get the better of them and go top of table at least early on Saturday.
Quite optimistic there, Chinmay. Okay, so coming to you, Harsh, how are you looking at the couple of games you will play now once the players are back from
Okay.
international and everything?
Okay, so we face Celta Vigo next before we go on to our Champions League journey. Think it should be a pretty straightforward game for us. Yes, Celta Vigo are a pretty good mid-table team, but I am hoping to see some players like Tony Cruz back on the pitch who have been out injured for some time. They were back in training these past few days. So I'm hoping how Ancelotti uses this midfield along with Camavinga and Casemiro.
All right. And you mentioned that you don't think Real Madrid has it in them to go ahead and beat Atletico. I mean, that was quite a bold statement, and you did admit that they are better. So, coming out of the La Liga part, how do you see yourselves going to face the big giants in the Champions League then?
I never said about us having any problems beating Atletico. It's the rest of the 19 teams that I'm talking about.
Okay, let's just
I
go
am
with
always
okay. Okay,
I
okay.
am always confident about beating our city rivals. I mean, beat any competition, any match day. We always be there to win that game. So yeah, as far as facing Atletico goes, Atletico did have gotten pretty strong, no doubt about that. I mean, Griezmann, Suarez, Lorente, Felix, that's a very very strong attack. But that being said, Benzema also has been on strong like for the entire season actually. Ever since the first match has begun, he's been simply firing goals or just giving out assists to other players. And plus, we also have Bale back, who's surprisingly not having any problems so far. So that's a good plus for us.
Okay. Okay, Namban, I would want to come to you and definitely, talk about the upcoming teams. But I think Bihan have been such a strong team. You all just go on winning the league every year. Do you think it's right if I even asked you, how do you think your couple of next games are going to go? Because I think you're just confident that you're going to win it, right? Naman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, the next game is with Leipzig, and we still have got few injured players like Davies. Davies just got an injury during his international break. Rest, as for the whole squad, I am very confident about the game. Like Gnabry is right now doing very well. Robert Lewandowski, of course, the main man. He's scoring in every game. like one brace, a hat trick. He doesn't stop scoring. He's just a completely machine. Manuel Neuer is getting a really great boost these days. Like he's keeping some really great clean sheets under Hansi Flick during the international break. So I think like the overall chemistry would be really great, and also the international break was a good boost for the players, especially for German. Like for Jamal Musiala, for Sane, for Goretzka, for Kimmich, they have been winning since the start. All those two games have been a win, and tonight is another game for them. So yeah, international break is going to pump up all the lads, and then hopefully we get the win. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you all would get the win. I mean, you're just like your team has been winning for consecutively and things like that. And okay, moving on to Fateh, what about you? How do you look at the upcoming fixtures?
So I think we've got a very tricky game against Sampdoria. We probably will be missing our Latin players. So Lautaro Martinez and Angel Correa will not be there. So that's a big problem. And I think I'm hearing that there are a few injury concerns for the people who've gone playing with the Italian national team. So so it's going to be a problem. We have injuries. But coming to the rivals this time, there's so many teams. I mean, Tammy Abraham has been doing very well at Roma. So that's a very interesting deal for the EPL because he's really doing well. And there's also another very good player called Shomu Rodov at Roma, who's I mean, Jose Mourinho's just unleashed him. It seems like. Look at Juventus. They've got some fantastic young players. In fact, it is said that Cristiano Ronaldo was sort of being an impediment to the way Juventus wanted to play. I mean, look at Chiesa now, Locatelli, Dybala, all these great young players, that Juventus sort of want to bring forward. And so I think that they were desperate to get rid of Cristiano Ronaldo. So I mean, I think we've got some very good rivals. Milan, I mean, they're in the group of death in the Champions League, but they've got a good squad. They've added a lot of experienced players like Giroud, and so I mean that's good. So I mean, it's a very balanced league. There is, looking at the rivals, I don't see anybody standing out just yet. And there could be a surprise winner like Napoli too, because they've kept their squad, and they've got a great manager. So I mean, I'm really excited for the Serie A, even though we've lost star players.
That's interesting to know. You have the entire league open and things like that,
Yeah.
and not be too confident against any particular team. Okay, and moving to you now, Arich. I mean, come on! I just said it was a Farmers League sometime earlier, but your thoughts on your next few upcoming fixtures.
So our next game is against Clermont. They just got promoted to Liga, so it should have been easy. But we are missing 11 players. The South American gang is out. We won't have Di Maria, Paredes, Messi, Neymar. Marquinhos may come back because he's suspended. So we've lost Verratti, Kimpembe, Mbappe. So half the team is out. We don't have Icardi, he's injured. So we don't have a striker for the next game. We don't have. I think Hakimi is going to play as a winger. So I don't know how it will go, but I want I we should win. But and Clermont, they won their last two games and they drew two. So I don't know how it is going to happen. And 11 players, we don't have 11 players, 11 of our main players. So we'll have to call in the academy players, someone to fit in. Yeah.
Speaking of academy players, here's Arya taking a dig at Arsenal because, of course, that's the main topic right now. By the way things are going, half of Arsenal's youth are going to be on because nobody wants to play in the second division. Okay, and we also have a question for Fateh from Sordeep. Let's get that on screen. Yes. How does it feel to see AC Milan coming back to their old vintage shade?
I mean, in a way, I have grudging respect for them because I didn't think their team was that good, and yet they sort of don't lose. And I think in the Europa League, they played Manchester United and they played very well at Old Trafford. And they have this beastly midfielder called Frank Kessie, who's in the last year of his contract. And he, a bit like N'Golo Conte, there are games where Kessie simply dominates the midfield. So I mean, they've got some fantastic young players coming in, like Benacer, like Kessie, Liao up front, Saleh Marquez. I mean, he's starting for his national team too, and he's so. I mean, they've got so many good young players, and they've got Hernandez at the back, Tomori that they've gotten from Chelsea, and they've got this great goalkeeper from Lille called Magnan. So I mean, yeah, I think Milan, 7 times champions of Europe. They're back in the Champions League, and I have grudging respect for them because they've got some fantastic young players, and they've got a system that works to the advantage of those young players. So, I mean, watch out for them.
Yeah, and Nishant says, even though I'm a fan of Juventus, I'm really happy to see AC Milan in this shape and excited to watch them there in the Champions League. Brilliant, brilliant. All right, so we've talked about in depth about all of this. So now I'd like to ask you, do any of y'all have a question for another panelist?
So I have a question for
Yes.
Chinmay, because obviously at the start, the wisdom in Juventus was that Cristiano Ronaldo was sort of stopping some young talents like Chiesa or Dybala from playing, their own game. Do you think that Manchester United with Ronaldo might actually sort of impede the development of Rashford or Sancho, because everything will have to be about Cristiano Ronaldo? So, I mean, do you think that with such a good young squad coming up, maybe this is a Pyrrhic victory for you?
No, I don't think so. I on listen. Last year with Edinson Cavani in the team, we had Cavani as a proven goal scorer who, in the second half, literally drove our Europa League campaign and started scoring some important goals in the Premier League too. You're right. When Ronaldo comes, it does tend to everything becomes about Ronaldo, and that is the truth. But I think when you look at say 2007-8, the last time Ronaldo was here, he was again he was the limelight. Everybody remembers Cristiano Ronaldo, but everybody also knows he himself knows that he was part of a great squad with the likes of Rooney, with the likes of Berbatov in 2009, with the likes of he had Jake
Tevez.
Scholes, a lot of
Yeah.
Tevez, a lot of players around him, right? And you look at Rashford, he's out for like one more month. Pogba's dominating the Premier League in the first month. Bruno Fernandes had a great time so far, and now he's linking up with his national teammate. I don't think that's going to happen. In fact, I think I want to go and oppose you and say that the youngsters will have a great time with Ronaldo because they get to learn of him and they get to see how this man prepares for games, how he prepares for an off day, how he prepares. We've all heard about Ronaldo training on off days, training after training. Imagine Greenwood, Rashford, Sancho looking up and seeing Cristiano Ronaldo at 36 doing that. So I just think it's going to be a great all-in-all thing for all the youngsters in the team.
Okay, that's again Chinmay and Fateh just love to go against each other. Does anyone else have questions for the other panelists? This is your time before the UCL starts to take digs at other clubs. Just
Yeah,
reminding
just
you
okay.
that.
You said that. You said that. I mean, I want to put it out there. PSG is not winning the Champions League. PSG is not winning the Champions League. I don't know why he thinks so. I mean, I know why he thinks so. He's got Lionel Messi, but they're not winning the Champions League. They've got Pochettino. He's a bottler, proven bottler, and
Who
any.
look who's talking? You have Ole on
So,
your
so,
team. How
so
many how many
I'm not.
how many
I'm not
semi-finals did he
saying.
bottle?
Listen. I'm not saying United's going to win it. Exactly. I'm not saying United's
Yeah,
going to win it. You have a good team.
yeah.
You have a great team. You have a great team. I'm not denying that. But if you really want to talk about great teams, I'm not going to say we're at your level yet. But even we have a good team.
You all
And
have a very good
yeah,
team.
yeah. And I'm just going to keep on saying anyone will win. But I know for a fact PSG is not going to win. It's just not in
See,
them.
the thing is
PSG and
that
Man City win the Champions League. It's like football is over. It's like that. Like
uh,
football is
so
completed
it
once
so
PSG or
it
Man City win it.
comes down to oil money. So your problem is oil money. That's your
No,
problem.
no, no, and no. You're taking me the wrong way.
It's
You're
it's
taking,
it's not just
no,
about oil money.
yeah, it's
It's about
about
a mentality.
heritage. Yeah,
Look at PSG. The Champions League semi-finals when they won against Leipzig, they were like partying like hooligans in the dressing room. And few days later, they got beaten up by Bayern in the finals. And the
yeah,
next
and I
season,
mean,
they were going off.
you see,
And the next season, they were
I
going off
still
like,
remember when they beat
yeah,
Bayern. When they beat Bayern, I remember the camera zoomed in on Neymar, and Neymar shouted in front of Joshua Kimmich,
yeah.
and I'm
And he
just
was
thinking, I mean,
like,
who
he
does that?
won the Champions
No,
League.
no, no. See, Kimmich,
And
Kimmich
even
did the
if he
same
did
thing to
that,
Mane.
he was a
Kimmich,
clown for doing that. He
Kimmich,
was a massive
Kimmich did
clown for
this.
doing that. He didn't realize that guy had, you know, FIFA Club World Cup on his badge, on his chest, and a Champions League 6 number on his side. And he just won the Champions League recently. So how do you
See,
expect him to feel ashamed of himself?
See,
No, no, I look.
Kimmich did
Yeah,
the
I
same
agree.
thing to Mane, and Liverpool won the Champions League. So I don't think we
Yeah,
should talk
yeah,
about Kimmich because
absolutely.
Kimmich has an attitude of his own. He's a great player. I love Kimmich.
Yeah,
He's a
Kimmich is
great.
definitely. Yeah.
I love Kimmich. I love Neymar. I love Mbappe. I love Messi. I love all of them. Okay, I'm not saying anything against the players. I'm just telling you. I just don't see it in them. I'm on
So
no personal bias. I just don't see it
the
in
the
PSG.
only issue is like building such a superstar team. It's for Pochettino to handle it. So if he can't handle it, it's
He
an
could
issue
not
because
handle Eric Dyer at Tottenham. I mean, we're talking about a man who come on. He somehow through his way he wriggled through to the Champions League final. Only he knows how he wriggled through. He got though he got the kind of draw England gets in an international tournament. He got Ajax, all of these teams, upcoming teams. He got them. Went to the Champions League final and played the most boring football match of my life. I don't know
yeah,
how you managed to do that.
this is where I will defend Pochettino because he came last year in the middle of the season when Tuchel got sacked, and our next fixtures were Barcelona. Like Barcelona did, I think they didn't lose any of their home games that year, like in 2021 starting, and then we won against them like 5-2 on aggregate, and then we got Bayern. So and the thing is, we had a lot of injuries in our team. We didn't, and we had suspensions. Like Verratti was out for some time. Idrissa Gana Gay, our CDM was out, and Neymar was out because of injury. And the way Pochettino handled it, I think he did a great job. Like only the problem was Man City, where it was a very bad game. And
Can I just I hope you won't block me after this, but can I just say
yeah,
that he bottled a one team league? Can I say he bottled a one team league?
See,
see,
And you might tell
see,
me that
see, I'll just give you
you
my
might tell me
honest
that the
opinion on
opponent.
this. I'll
Arya's
just give you
first
my
fan
very
also
honest
would like
opinion
to
on
join
this.
the conversation. Yeah, go on, go
PSG
on.
PSG wouldn't have beaten us if we had Lewandowski. If you would have looked at the stats last season, Champions League quarterfinals first leg, you saw how many shots we took, and you realized how much we'll miss Lewandowski Gnabry. And then in the
yeah,
second leg, we saw that Bayern again, trashed them 1-0 down in their own home. So there was a potential. We missed Goretzka even in the second leg. There was a lot of potential in our squad that was missing on a massive scale.
yeah, that's a problem with Pochettino. Like since he's come, like the second half has been terrible. Like the first half is great. Even against Barca, the second leg, we were dominating the first half, and the see second half how they kept shooting at the goal. Navas saved us that game. So that's the problem with Pochettino. There are a lot of problems. He's stubborn with his tactics. He'll only play 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. And now since we've got Hakimi is a wing back, a right wing back. He's always in front. He's always on the wings, and because of that, our defense is exposed. And we have got Guerrero. Guerrero is not confident in himself, and because of this, always on counters, we are like taking goals. So that's a problem.
Can I?
So,
I want to ask you
True.
just imagine if there is a Champions League semi-final or a final or whatever, right? And PSG is involved, and who do you want in goal? You want Keylor Navas or you want Donnarumma? Who do you want in goal if there's a penalty shootout? Say if there is a
this
penalty shootout, because I've recently had a lot of pain, coming up against Donnarumma. So who would you
uh,
want in goal?
see, the thing is like Navas. I love Navas. He's done a lot for us. He's done for a lot of with Madrid, and the way like always, the way he's blamed for everything. He saved us last season. Single-handedly saved us. But the thing with if it comes down to penalty shootouts, I would go for Donnarumma. Uh, but I can't choose between Navas and Donnarumma. It's too tough. For one season more, I'll choose Navas. After that, only Donnarumma. I still want to see Donnarumma playing in the PSG shirt. He's still not played one game, and now Pochettino is like how he's stubborn. He's going to play Navas for one full season. Donnarumma will be on the bench.
If we add up the number of Champions League that Chinmay's Manchester United, my Inter Milan, and Naman's Bayern Munich, and Ulrich's zero PSG Champions League titles, we still don't get to Harsh's Real Madrid 13. I mean, amazing, because
That's why. That's why.
Chinmay,
That's
me,
why
and
he's.
Naman.
That's why he's listening, not saying anything and laughing. That is why he's listening to all of us, small boys talk, while
So
he's going to be waiting at the Burnham with the Champions League.
yeah,
But the thing with this 13th Champions League is they can't buy you more Champions League. with your current team, I don't think Madrid is going
Please,
to go past.
please stop talking about buying, man. I mean, again, this goes against heritage. You literally bought the world, the world's football players.
It's
You
like
bought
you
them.
know, it's like when you play FIFA on Nintendo PS4 and you buy all those players you want to, and then you end up
PSG has
watching
done
the
that.
entire season. Yeah,
PSG has done
it's
Basically,
that.
again
what
like
PSG have, yeah. So basically, what PSG have been trying to do is like create a copy of the Galacticos team that we've created back twice actually in the first Galactico era and the second Galactico era starting in 2010. So I mean, as good as the ambition is of Telafi, I don't really think that yes they are going to go all the way because they I don't know. I'm sorry to say, but they don't have that mentality. I well, mince my words. They do not. I mean, I'd probably give Bayern a chance. Much better chance than PSG winning it this time around. Like this team like Bayern, this team like even us that I put before PSG even getting close to the title. Yes, sure, they have a bunch of fantastic players in them, all world class and everything. But that puts it, that guy on the sidelines. Yeah, no trust in him.
I think we are being a bit too harsh on PSG because you always see that a team that spends a lot inevitably gets to the Champions League. Like let's look at Chelsea. They've
Yeah.
started spending in 2003 and 4, and they had to wait a decade for their first Champions League that came in 2012. So I mean, if you do spend consistently, you will get the Champions League. So I don't see how I mean, we might make jokes about Pochettino and stuff like that, but if Roberto Di Matteo can win the Champions League, then
But
why not Pochettino? I mean,
no, but
look at
see,
Chelsea, look at
I'd
other
probably
clubs
step
too.
in. I'd step
it's
in
not
and say
about
that
spending.
you talk from
Exactly.
2003, okay?
It's
You
not
talk
about
from
spending.
2003, and you
Exactly.
just said that they did not win the Champions League, right? But you can very well say that Jose Mourinho created a team
Yeah,
which went up against Alex Ferguson, went up against Wenger, and
yeah, yeah,
dominated the Premier League.
dominated them. Yeah.
And again, as the other two panelists are saying, it's not just about spending. It's also about sometimes you look down and think, what, Damien Duff can do a job for me. That's what he did, right? That's what Jose did with Chelsea. Ian Robin wasn't a very big player when he joined Chelsea, but he made him that big player. He made Damien Duff a big player. Joe Cole. I don't think PSG has that model yet. At least I think PSG is going for winners, going for proven winners, trying to buy them and trying to make them do a job for your own club. But that does not. It
And
doesn't
it's
always
also
happen.
about the fact that Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe, all three of them are individual players. Neymar, who went out to Barcelona saying that I don't want to be in shadows of Messi, now he's calling Messi into his own team, and Messi, who says I want to win Champions League again, and here's Mbappe, who's a youngster who wants to grow. How do you expect that all three of them will align perfectly in an attack? If
The only,
PSG,
yeah.
the only problem with PSG is that they have bought so much and they spent so much, and that most importantly spent entirely on the front line. The defense line is great, no denying it. The mid is also great, but the attack is messy. That is totally going to be on Messi. Mbappe is going to be at one point like, I'm going to Real Madrid now, even for free. I just want to go. I don't want to play with Messi anymore. I know he's a god, but I don't care about it anymore. I just want to score goals and win Ballon d'Or and stuff.
The thing about Mbappe is like I love Mbappe, but he's quite selfish. If Neymar and Mbappe is in front of the goal and Neymar has a chance to score, but Mbappe has a better chance, Neymar will pass it, but Mbappe won't do it. There are so many times in Liga and Champions League that Mbappe was in front of the goal and instead of passing it to Neymar, means Neymar had a better chance, but he didn't pass it to Neymar. So that's the problem about Mbappe. And see, when Messi, his debut was last game, the one chance Messi was in front of the goal, but still Mbappe he dribbled, and then he missed his chance. So that's the problem about Mbappe. He's quite selfish. I still
I
love him. I
guess
still,
I guess you're talking about the same chance that Messi took against Real Madrid back in 2017's El Clasico when he got injured. And he trashed off and he showed that shirt of his in Bernabeu in front of everyone. He was at the same position back then.
see the problem with Neymar and Messi will have a great duo. Neymar will pass to Messi. Messi will pass to Neymar. He will score. But I'm only scared about Mbappe, and Mbappe wants to go to Madrid. He wants to go. Let him go. Like, we can't.
What, what about
No
Di
player is.
Maria?
Di Maria
What
has
about Di
been
Maria?
great. Di Maria has been great. Like last season under Tuchel, when before Tuchel was sacked, it was quite depressing. He kept having his arguments with Tuchel. But then after since Poch came after that, even Paradis has developed a lot. Like all the South American players have developed a lot. Because Pochettino speaks in Spanish, so he'll have a good relationship with Argentinians, and Neymar knows Spanish. So that's the thing. Like Paradis has developed a lot. Icardi developed big, but then he's gone back to his invisible mode. Mbappe has developed a lot because at the end of Tuchel's thing with PSG, Mbappe also was quite depressed. He couldn't score. He didn't score one also
I
Champions
think
League
he's still
goal
depressed,
till
but
December.
I that think
Yeah,
he's
he
still depressed.
see
Yeah,
the
I think he
thing
pretty
is,
well wanted to go. I
see,
mean, your
yeah.
You
chairman
know,
obviously didn't let him go.
See the
I
thing
was
is,
constantly listening to you, and then you snuck in Paredes, and I was like, okay, we need to stop it right now. Paredes is a big clown. We all know that, and we all can agree on
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Luckily,
He's
that
like
guy's just go over the pitch and fights everybody he wants to, and that's all he does. That's all he do.
he's like a Diego Costa mentality, like
Diego
that.
Even
Costa is a
Diego
very good
Costa
player
was
though.
good. Yeah,
Diego
even
Costa is
Diego
a very
Costa
good
was
player.
good at something. He was good at something at least. What is Paredes is good at? You
But
know,
Paradis got a career in front of him. He still got time. Like Tuchel never gave him time. He had problems with Tuchel, and now
we
Pochettino is
all know
giving him
that
time.
he. See, I know that we all know he's going to circus in the end. We all know that. He's going down to circus. He clowns a lot on the pitch. We all know that. We all see it
See,
everywhere.
every team got a player like that. Every team has to
Every
have a player like that.
agreed. Yeah, agreed. But he's just like even if nobody is doing anything, he'll be like, yeah, what's the
Yeah,
matter with
yeah,
you?
yeah.
Yeah, he's
That's
like that.
that's the problem. He gets a lot of cards because of that. That's a problem in general with PSG. Like after we are losing now, that's a problem. Everyone gets frustrated. Look at Kimpembe. He's such a young player. Whenever we are losing, he gets frustrated. He makes stupid tackles. He gets a red, gone. And then afterwards, we concede more goals because of that. That's a problem, and that's the change that Pochettino has to bring to the team. That's his
And
job.
now that you've got Ramos too, more red cards
But
incoming.
yeah, but the thing with
Now it's
Ramos
going to be
coming in is
UFC. Every Champions League, it's going to be like I'm watching Conor McGregor fighting because
Yeah,
it's going to
yeah,
be as good as
exactly.
that only. You-
I'm
No,
still
but I
waiting
think
for
Ramos is a very shrewd signing. I mean, he is a leader, and
yeah.
but it's also interesting that the Spanish national team didn't seem to suffer without him. So I mean, maybe Real Madrid will be totally okay without him. But let's see. I mean, I think PSG. I feel like you lot have really gone after Aldrich, but you never know in Europe. I mean, stranger things have happened. I
True
mean,
that.
I know
yeah,
Pochettino, but then stranger
yeah, you
things have
never know.
happened.
I
Like
mean,
I did
it
not
might be a
expect
red team
Tuchel.
winning it from Manchester. You
Yeah,
never know. Yeah,
I did not expect Tuchel to win the Champions League last year. I thought
Yeah,
Bayern were going to be so good. I thought Real Madrid. I mean, I seeing that semi-final and Tuchel getting it right. And just imagine. I mean, PSG let go of Thomas Tuchel to get Pochettino, who's never won anything, and Thomas Tuchel right now is probably the highest-rated coach in Europe.
the thing
And
about Tuchel is before he left, he had a lot of problems with our sporting director Leonardo. Leonardo is like what do you say? He's like Perez type. Like if he has a problem with someone, they have to be out. And that's when the issue started. And after that, all the games started becoming depressing. We were losing. And Tuchel, you could come to know like Tuchel is not interested, so we had to remove him. Like what he's done for Chelsea, he's done a great job. He's done an excellent job. He could have done the same thing with PSG, but with the issues with our sporting director, and our president doesn't want our sporting director out because he's the one who disciplines the team. The managers haven't been able to do that, so Leonardo is the one who disciplines our team. And even all of us wanted Leonardo out, our sporting director, but see the job he's done in the transfer window. He's done the best job. See the thing with Nuno Mendes also, he could have bought Nuno Mendes, but he didn't buy him. The thing with loan with option to buy is the best thing. We have a choice for Nuno Mendes. If Nuno Mendes turns out great, we buy him for 40 million. He doesn't turn out great, then he goes back to Sporting. Yeah, so that's the thing.
True that. True that. True that. There's a comment from someone. Leonardo is also the guy who let go of 200 million euros on a player who could leave for free in the
No,
next 4 months. That
that's our president. That's our president. The thing about 200 million is I wanted the 200 million. Like if you 200 million is a great amount, and that too for a player that has only 1 year left in his contract and he doesn't want to sign.
But
And the thing
you
is,
know, look at the rivalry that's going on between PSG and La Liga. I mean,
exactly,
PSG
exactly.
and Real Madrid. That rivalry that started, the fact that they've gotten Ramos on a free. They've also not got good relations with Barcelona. So I mean, it's PSG fighting all of La
I
Liga
think, look,
almost.
Exactly. See, the
whatever
thing is
reading
that
I did on it, whatever reading I did on it, is that PSG does not really care about the 200 million. You know, if you
exactly,
would have
Yeah,
offered the
yeah,
200 million to, say, Man City, United, Liverpool, any or
yeah, yeah,
even
yeah.
in
Anybody?
the Serie A, they would have
Oh yeah,
easily
yeah,
taken it.
yeah.
But
Easily taken it.
PSG, then I think
They don't care.
whatever reading I've done, they don't really care about the money. They care about prestige and they care about respect.
exactly.
And Mbappe wasn't giving them that, and Perez clearly wasn't giving them that. And
Yeah,
I think that is the sole reason.
I don't really think it's a point of prestige here. I mean, sorry to cut you off, but just a second. I think it was the relationship between Perez and Khilafi which kept Real Madrid, waiting on the sidelines for the last 3 years or so. Because from I've been following this transfer for a very long time. Ever since actually Mbappe went from Monaco to PSG, he was supposed to come to Madrid in the first place, but apparently Mbappe said no or something because he didn't feel it was the right time. But I considering the relationship or the part where the prestige comes in or respect comes in, I think both clubs have been very respectful with each other up until the last day of the transfer window, where I think Madrid just eventually got fed up and like. Okay, you don't want the 200 million, we can't do anything. You just keep the player, we'll get him in the next transfer window.
see, PSG and Madrid have always had a good relation, especially Khalifi and Perez since 4 5 years. And this is when the problem started, since when they wanted a player. And you know how Khalifi is. And Perez has always been the boss around in the game since so many years. And now PSG is new around here. And Khalifi wants to be the boss here. So it's him saying no to the 200 million is like you aren't the boss anymore to Perez. You can't take a player anymore. And also the thing is that, see, there were 4 months in the transfer window, and Madrid approached Mbappe on the during the last 2 3 weeks of the last month. So and any club will say no. Like, who's going to find a replacement? And the thing is, like, you everyone knows what Madrid was trying to do. Like, going after a player on during the last week is like putting pressure on the other team. Like, a player is going to leave in 1 year, sell him or lose him on free. So they were trying to put pressure on us. And here where Khalifi comes in and is like, no, you aren't the boss anymore. You don't dictate things anymore. And that's the thing. And they lost La Liga, lost Messi, and they lost Ramos in the same window, and to the same team. And see, the way La Liga is going to like decline in terms of viewership and like jersey revenue and all that stuff, it's going to be determined in a year. So like I think Khalifi did a good thing. Like, if La Liga has its downfall this season, it's better for us.
Yeah, of
It's
course it
basically,
will be because
See,
you're not considered as a top five league. So of course it will
yeah, yeah,
be.
yeah.
I
But
think it will
we
be.
we'll see how at least Madrid falls off.
see,
I
it's
See,
also
I can say one thing for sure. Yeah, one thing is for sure that no matter be it any player, Madrid is never going to follow. We had Ronaldo, we won with him.
Never
see.
gonna fall
Ronaldo
down.
left. People
Never gonna
said
fall down.
We had
Ronaldo left. People said that Madrid would fall again, and then we went on to win the La Liga once again. So I don't think us not getting Mbappe is going to be a big problem because players will keep coming and going. We might just end up going for Haaland next month. Who knows? But point is, as far as we go, there's, it's like, there's clubs like Bayern, there's clubs like us, there's, United for that matter. I mean, it's been like a very long time since they won a Champions League trophy, but yet still around the entire world, they're review. Like, I mean, take the Ronaldo transfer itself. So I think it's club like these, like, it doesn't matter who the player is, the club is always going to win in this case.
See, the thing about this is that clubs can fall. Like, any club can fall. About Madrid, they have Papa Perez. He has his relations. Till that time, they are safe. See, Barca. Look at the state of Barcelona. Look at the state of AC Milan right now. But AC Milan is building slowly, slowly. But see what they did in the last couple of years. Like, the way they fell off. They were removed from the Europa League also 2 seasons back. And now Inter and AC Milan are slowly building. Look at Inter, how they performed so well last season. So any club can have its fall. Like uh, look at Nottingham Forest. They won two Champions League in a row, and where are they now? They are in the second division, and that too they are getting relegated from there also now. So any club can fall. So
But they can still come and tell you that they have more Champions League than you. You know,
yeah,
I mean, it
that's
does
a,
work
see,
then.
and the thing about PSG is a 50-year-old club, now a 51-year-old club, and Barca, I think Barca got founded in 1899 or something. So they and the Champions League started around 50 years or 57 years around something time back, and so you all had a time like Madrid won their first Champions League. Barca took so long to win their first Champions League. We still have time. Like they are a new club, and see now we are being established like as a club in all ways, and in terms of
And you know,
now.
PSG are the only French club that's actually won a European trophy. I mean, Olympique Marseille had their 1993 Champions League taken
Hmm.
away from them, but PSG, I think, won the Cup Winners' Cup. So
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
only French team to have actually won a European trophy. So I mean, and you know, Aldrich is right. I mean, they were founded, if you guys don't know, just in 1971. So I mean, in 50 years. Who knows what, what they're going to achieve. But at the same time, Ulrich, clubs like Real Madrid and Barcelona, they are never going to fall off. I mean, they're
yeah,
just
exactly,
way
yeah.
too powerful.
See,
Even
right
if you
now,
can make
as
jokes on Barcelona, I mean, that academy, they were here at this point in 2002 and 3, and look at the 20 years that they had after that. So I mean, all clubs have cycles, all clubs fall.
You shouldn't say academy, because the minute you say academy, I remember Joshua. Okay, because he's waiting for their academy to shine. You know, Arsenal, he's waiting for the academy to shine. You know, for the next 5 or 10 years. So let's not talk about that. Look, Barca is the clear case. If there is ever a Netflix show, I would probably call it "How Not to Handle a Club," and I would basically put it on Barcelona, and they're in ruins all because of the guy who was inside ruling over them. I mean, like, what a story. He went on and just screwed with them, and he has done
Yeah.
them quite dirty. And I don't know what thinking he had, but he's just put Real Madrid back on top of Spain again. I'm not just talking about the league, but I'm talking about revenue wise too. Again, Real Madrid has always had some kind of edge, but now because of Barcelona falling down, it's I just see Madrid, Madrid, Madrid everywhere. And you yeah,
Yeah,
Priyanka, go ahead.
so we are going to end now very soon, and the last question we'll take Sauradeep's question for Harsh. Okay, he's asking, how does Real Madrid's backline look now? Happy with the two players he's mentioned. So you can quickly answer that, Sauradeep.
Yeah, we do have Militao as well, but yes, considering that we had that stay 200 million to spend, I would have definitely loved a signing like Pau Torres or maybe even Koundé on the deadline day. But let's see what happens in the winter transfer. But for sure, we are missing on one right back and a central defender both. But I feel Carlo Ancelotti will work it out in some way or other, because if there is some weakness in our team, it has to be in that back line.
All right. And I know, guys, we can go on talking a lot. We have a lot to talk about our clubs and everything. As a Liverpool fan, I'm just like sitting here, like, yeah, we've just done one signing this season. But yeah, hopefully, we'll be competing for that UCL with you guys with our one signing. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been absolutely great having you all. Alrich, Fateh, Harsh, Naman, and Chinmay. Hope we can have you sometime soon again and discuss more about your clubs, the UCL that's coming up, and everything. All right. And again, a big thank you to our fans for tuning in. Thank you for putting in your comments in the box. And do subscribe, do like, share it with your other football fans, your other football friends. And of course, if you'd like to be on the show, do DM us on our social media. You can see it below. We are on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook as well. So do give us a follow over there. It's been a fun episode. I know we can talk so much more, but thank you all and good night. We'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you.